Okay, so what I'm getting ready to do is to start making my cheese sauce for my macaroni and cheese. If the video seems to be a little off, it's because I'm working with a new tripod and it's kind of hard to get it set. So let's get moving here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add heavy whipping cream. Let me show you. I'm going to add heavy whipping cream, well, half and half rather, and regular milk. Now for this video, I'm going to go ahead and give a measurement, but usually I don't measure. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up my half and half. Okay, I'm going to open up my half and half, and I'm going to add about, let's say 2 cups of half and half. Half and half. I'm going to pour that in. Okay. And to that, I'm going to add 2 cups of regular milk. I'll add this all in. Because I want to make a pretty good amount of cheese sauce, because I'm doing quite a bit of macaroni and cheese. So what I'm going to do is let this start to cook. Let the milk come up and get to a warming process. There. And then I also, to my milk, I'm going to add Philadelphia cream cheese, which is going to help my sauce be very, very creamy. And this is without having to use the Velveeta. Bring up my cream cheese, and I'm just going to add some scoops of cream cheese, because that's going to give me that creamy consistency. Ooh, as if it were Velveeta. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let this start to melt down on its own, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, as you can see, my cream cheese is starting to melt, so that means the milk is coming up to temperature. So what I'm going to do at this point is add my different types of cheeses. And when I say I have 7 different types of cheeses, I have 7 different types. I have Wisconsin cheddar cheese, pepper jack, cheddar blue, cream cheese, mild cheddar cheese, and Gruyere. I can't say it, but you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is add my cheese. And I grated this all like, oh man. I grated this probably about 4 days ago. So that was one thing I didn't have to do. And then when I'm getting ready to do this process. So I'm just going to stir this around and let it continue to melt. And I like the idea of adding the pepper jack cheese, because that's going to give my mac and cheese a little kick to it. And I love things with a kick. So I'm going to just let this cook until it cooks down and becomes a sauce. And then at that point, I'm going to add my macaroni. And this is something that you can make ahead of time. You could either go ahead and bake it, like when you finish making it this way, or you can add it to the refrigerator and bake it the day of, or the day before. It's still good. So as you can see, that's starting to melt down to a nice, lovely sauce. Still got little chunks in there, but that's okay. So once this gets all melted down, I'll come back and let you see. Okay, it's starting to melt down really nicely. So at this point, I'm going to add in some salt. Not a lot because cheese is salty. I'm going to add in a little black pepper. You can use regular black pepper if you like, or you can use white pepper. Just all depends on your taste. But you can see how that cream cheese is starting to give it that nice thickness. Looks so good. Okay, as you can see that it's cooking very, very nicely, and it's starting to get really creamy. And this is, at this point, this is where you can add your other seasonings if you want to put garlic or any, I like to use smoked paprika. You can put all that in here and just let this sauce absorb it. And see how nice that cream cheese keeps it nice and creamy. It's almost like if you're using Velveeta. So let me keep cooking this and I get ready to add my noodles, because your noodles is going to drink up all of this goodness. And it's going to be tasting so delicious. So I'll be back. Okay, as you can see, I added a little smoked paprika. And I also added some parsley. So as you can see, that cream cheese is still kind of melting, but the thickness of the sauce is great. It really is. So you just let it keep cooking until your cheeses all get melted. It looks so delicious. Okay, so as you can see, I put in my macaroni and I just have it in there just absorbing all of this good cheese flavor. And that's exactly what it does. And your sauce will thicken up with your macaroni because your macaroni has starch on it, and it'll thicken your sauce up even more. If your sauce is too thin, you can always add more milk to it. So I'm putting mine in like so because I really don't like dry macaroni and cheese. So I'm just letting this cook to absorb all that good flavor. And as you can see, the sauce is starting to thicken up. Real thick. Okay, so I have my foil pan, and you can grease your foil pan a little just in case your macaroni decides to stick. You can give it a spray. Oh, what I'm going to do is just start emptying this into my pan. It smells so good. I would pick it up, but I just had surgery and I'm not allowed to pick up, so I'm just going to scoop it in. Let's get it all scooped. And as I said, I don't like dry macaroni and cheese. I'm going to scoop this into here. If you could just smell this, man. It smells so good. You know, I have enough macaroni to put in there. I think I like overcooked too much macaroni. Which brings me to a point. When you're cooking your macaroni for your macaroni and cheese, you want to let it cook a little less than you would for anything else, because you don't want soggy macaroni in your macaroni and cheese either. To me, that's the worst. I'm just stirring up. I added that other little, and that's going to do just right when it comes time to cooking it. And what I'll do is put this on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven and let it bake. I didn't expect to make this much, but I'm going to be sharing, so I'm always sharing. Sharing is caring. Now at this point, some people put breadcrumbs on their macaroni and cheese. I'm not a fan of breadcrumbs, so I just layer mine, put cheese over the top of mine. There we go. All nice and done. So let's move this back here. And what I'm going to do is get a cookie sheet to put my pan on so that it can be supported. Because I don't want it to fall. Let's put my macaroni over here. And then here I have my other bag of cheese. And I'm going to spread over the top. Like so. And then this is where you're going to really get the taste of all those mixed cheeses, because it hasn't been melted down, and it's just here we go. So let's spread this all over like so. And then I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'll be back when it's all ready. Okay, so what we're going to do is check on our macaroni and cheese. Let's see, it's looking delicious. Oh, wow. And there it is in all its glory. Nice and bubbly. Not dry. Looks like a piece of cream cheese didn't quite melt, or maybe another piece of cheese rose to the top, but that's okay. So this is my macaroni and cheese, and if you'd like, you could sprinkle some what's the other cheese, some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese on it if you'd like, but I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to refrigerate it, and then when Thanksgiving time comes, all I'll have to do is just warm it up. So thank you for watching Exploring Foods with Smitty. I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you make it, you can make it with any kind of cheese you want to. You don't have to use the ones I used. It's your macaroni. You make it how you make it. So like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video.